how's it going? Oh no, what's wrong? You need help with the planets, huh? Yeah, I totally get it. Like, what happened to just there being Earth? Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, the planets and their names and facts about them are definitely going to be on the space unit test, so I want to make sure you know your facts about your planets, and definitely in the order at least. Yeah, I'll definitely, by the time this session's over, I'll make sure you know all that stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, of course, of course. Alright, so we're just gonna go in order, starting from the front, working our way back in the planets, okay? So, the first planet in our solar system is Mercury. Mercury. So, Mercury is the smallest inner planet that we have. So the first 4 planets in our solar system are considered inner planets because they are within the asteroid belt. So Mercury's number 1. It's the smallest inner planet. It is very hot because it is the closest planet to the sun in our solar system. So obviously the closer you are to the sun, the hotter it's going to be. And then it is about half the size of Earth. And you gotta know that. So when you're asked on the test, which is bigger, Mercury or Earth, you know it's Mercury because it is half the size of Earth. Alright, on to our next planet. And that is Venus. Venus, even though Venus is the second planet, it is still the hottest one in our solar system due to its very thin atmosphere. So, even though Mercury is closer to the sun, Venus is still hotter because it just takes in all that heat from the sun. And then it also has no moon. No moon. Mercury always also has no moon. So far, Mercury doesn't have a moon. Venus does have a moon. But our third planet that's coming up right now does have a moon. And can you guess what the third planet from the sun is? Easiest one. That's right. Earth, our home. So, Earth, third planet from the sun, only known planet to have life. And in science, we just say known. We don't say only planet ever. We say planet known because we know as scientists we don't know everything, so we don't like to make definite answers about certain things. And then another thing about Earth, it has one moon. It has one moon. One moon. Alright, the fourth planet in our solar system, our sister planet, is Mars. Mars. So, even though Mars Mars is further back behind us. It's still smaller than us. So far the planets have been getting bigger as they've been going from 1, 2 to 3. But Mars is about half the size of Earth. About half the size of Earth. Half the size of Earth. And it has 2 moons. 2 moons. So, Mercury has no moon, Venus has no moon, Earth has 1 moon, and Mars has 2 moons. So we're at a total of 3 moons so far in our solar system. Alright, so that's the 4 inner planets, meaning that they are within the asteroid belt. So I'm going to write that. So the inner planets are within the asteroid belt. So to show a better visual, because I know you're more of a visual learner, if we have the sun right here, we have Mercury closest to it, then Venus behind Mercury, then Earth, then Mars, then the asteroid belt, working our way to the outer planets. And the first outer planet is Jupiter. So Jupiter is the fifth planet from the sun, and it is also the largest planet in our solar system. And there will be a question on the test asking you if Jupiter is the largest planet in the universe. And make sure you don't put yes on that, because there are definitely bigger planets out there than Jupiter. It's just the biggest planet in our solar system, so the test will try to trick you. So largest planet in our solar system. And I know that's kind of messed up that they try to add those tricky questions on there, but they just gotta make sure you guys are paying attention and listening. So, Jupiter is believed to have 92 moons as of today. So believed to have 92 moons, because we're constantly learning more about what's out there, because as technology improves, so does our knowledge of what's out there in space. So our next planet is Saturn. Definitely one of my favorites. So Saturn is one of my favorites because it has rings that are very visible. So I'm going to add that in there, because other planets in our solar system do have rings, but they're not nearly as visible as Saturn. So visible rings. And then it is believed to have 83 moons. 83 moons. So we got 0 moons, 0 moons, 1 moon, 2 moons, 92 moons, 83 moons. I'll do the math later. You know, it's not just 1 and 2 anymore. Alright. The 7th planet from the sun is Uranus. Thank you. See, that shows me you're ready to go off to middle school next year and you're not like some of these other kids. Alright, so Uranus is the seventh planet from the sun. And what makes it so cool is that it tilts. its side as it rotates. Tilts on its side as it rotates. So let's say this is Earth. That's the North Pole. That's the South Pole. We usually tilt like a little bit like that. You know, we're not perfectly straight up and down. We're a little slanted. But Uranus is like that. Like it's tilted way more. So that's pretty cool. It's the only planet in our solar system that does that. So, and it has 27 moons. 27 moons. 27 moons. Alright, and last but not least, since this video is after like 2007, so Pluto doesn't count, our last planet in our solar system is Neptune. Neptune. So, Neptune has 14 moons, and it has wind speeds of 1,200 miles per hour. Yes, 1,200 miles per hour, which is stronger than the hurricanes and tornadoes we have here. Much, much stronger. That would destroy everything in its path if that was here. Sounds pretty cool. Well, cool in the sense that, like, that's crazy. It has those wind speeds. Alright, so we got the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, asteroid belt, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So, something that I usually like to tell you guys to help you remember, the order is starting with the first letter of each planet. So M, V, E, M, J, S, U, N. My very eager mother just served us noodles. My very eager mother just served us noodles. So during the test, if you forget, oh wait, what's the order of the planets? My very eager mother just served us noodles. And I know Mercury and Mars both start with M, so that might be the one that tricked you up. Just remember Mercury's first, okay? Mercury's first. Alright. I think that is gonna help you a lot with this test coming up. But again, if you need any more review within the next couple of days before the test, you can always come back, okay? Yeah, of course, I'm glad you stopped by, and I'm glad. I like to see the students coming out and seeking help versus just sitting there not getting any help and just struggling, so thank you. Yep. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, bye.